Gray semitones of interests. Why is the United States trying not to lose the role of a mediator in the Ukrainian conflict and trying to negotiate with the Russian Federation, despite the opportunity to put pressure on Russia? Most U.S. documents identify China as the main strategic threat. As a huge consumer of resources, China is extremely interested in Russia as a supplier of these resources. If China nevertheless decides on a military operation against Taiwan, then it is better to do this before the end of the conflict in Ukraine, while the collective West is busy helping Zelensky. A war on two fronts is extremely difficult for the West, given the dwindling resources, both military and economic. It is also beneficial for the PRC to weaken and isolate the Russian Federation in order to obtain the most favorable conditions for the purchase of energy resources, as well as access to the Russian markets. That is why China takes a neutral and waiting position in the conflict. It is important for the states to weaken Russia to a certain level, but not so much as to throw it into the arms of China. At the same time, it is highly desirable to have time to end the Ukrainian conflict before the start of the battle for Taiwan. China, meanwhile, is preparing an army for an invasion and watching as the EU economy enters a recession. Agree, in 2023 the EU sanctions potential will be less than in 2022, and in 2024 it may not be at all. That's why Sullivan is trying so hard with his formula, not because of humanism. It's just very important for the United States to end the conflict in 2023 and regain control over Ukraine, temporarily intercepted by Britain, in order to have a strong negotiating position with the Russian Federation.